Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning if you're watching in another country. Thank you so very much. If you are watching in another country, I really appreciate your support and the fact that you watch this channel. Thank you. To my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Eric H526. Hello, HA and everyone. Love you all. Have a great week. Merry Christmas, HA, and everyone. Have fun and a safe Christmas to you and your family and friends. Merry Christmas to you, Eric. And thank you for your friendship. And thank you for just being such a strong supporter of my voice. Really, just from day one, I really, really appreciate it, Eric. Eric has a great, great gaming channel. So, hello, Thailand. Hello, everyone. Hello, South Korea. Hello, Thailand. Hello, UK. Hello, India. Hello, everyone. Thank you so very much for watching. Let's get this show on the road. We'll make it short and sweet this evening. Supreme Court Halts fines against mystery company linked to Mueller investigation. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts issued a temporary administrative stay of contempt sanctions that have been brought against an unknown company in a mystery grand jury subpoena fight, thought to be linked to the special counsel Robert Mueller. The move is fairly a procedural one and gives the federal government until December 31st to respond. Roberts or all of the Supreme Court could easily decide to lift the stay even before then, depending on how soon it hears from the federal government. However, the stay is not relief against the grand jury subpoena, but rather a contempt citation brought by the government against the company known only as the corporation. The corporation, which is owned by a nation identified only as Country A, has thus refused to comply with a grand jury subpoena issued in a federal court in Washington in a case that has remained extremely secretive. So they're pulling out all the stops, very likely because there's one troll company that, oh my God, put anti-Hillary Facebook ads that nobody on the planet saw. And of course, that's why she lost. It's not because she called black youth super predators, voted for the Iraq war, didn't say anything, didn't oppose the uranium sale. The whole point of bringing that up is that she's supposed to be this big enemy of Putin, and yet, okay, her President Obama Democrats preside over a uranium sale. That doesn't make any sense. She, survived Bosnian sniper fire, never visited Wisconsin. In 2015, I said she would lose. She lost. What else? Libya, she just Benghazi, she presided over the destruction of Libya with President Obama. What else? I know I'm missing a lot. She, I don't know, cheated Bernie Sanders, then blamed Russians for informing us. I don't want to sneeze. I'm now thinking that Bernie's complicit in all of this, and I'll tell you why in a second. Not complicit in terms of he knew he'd be cheated, but really part of the system that he claims to oppose. If Bernie Sanders was really against the system, if Bernie Sanders really wanted to fight the system, if he cared so much about inequality, wealth inequality, and he wouldn't kowtow to the very system that he complains about all the time. We can get to that in a second. But the challenge reached the Supreme Court after the U.S. Court of Appeals for District of Columbia Circuit on Tuesday night rejected the company's appeal to quash the grand jury subpoena to turn over records. Then on Saturday, the company formally filed an application with the Supreme Court asking it to intervene and stay the lower court's decision to comply with the subpoena, and also asked that the case remain under seal. The company had also asked the Supreme Court to halt continuing $5,000 per week fine it is incurring for not complying with a subpoena. How is it that an international company can be fined $5,000 to the United States of America? An effort judges rejected last week. On Thursday and Friday, there was sealed action in the case at the D.C. court. The D.C. Circuit denied a motion filed by the company. All President Trump needs is Gina Haspel of the CIA to say, look, you know what? John Brennan had a vendetta against the incoming president. You've been duped. Game, set, match. You're done. That's all they need. That's all they need. That's all they need. That's all Trump needs, actually. Supreme Court rejects bid to enforce asylum crackdown. The Supreme... Okay. No, that's a different one. Chief Justice pauses contempt order for mystery company in Mueller investigation. Chief Justice John Roberts on Sunday issued a temporary pause on an order holding an unnamed foreign government-owned company in contempt over a mystery court. Not one vote was altered. Where's the evidence that votes were altered? How does she win the popular vote but lose swing states? How many people in swing states saw the ads? This is all about stupid Facebook ads, and I pray every day until Facebook is no longer in existence. How much money? How much money in Facebook ads? How much money in Facebook ads? Pre-election Facebook ads. So let's find, because there's like so many people have been telling me 4,500. No, it's a little bit more than that. I don't know where people got the 4,500 thing, but it doesn't matter. Even if it was 1 million, which it wasn't. Russian Facebook ads pre-election. EP Facebook tweets. And of course, fact-checking a Facebook executive's comments on Russia. Everyone's fact-checking. Everyone's fact-checking. They're never fact-checking. They're never fact-checking the Democrats. The Democrats, they're never fact-checking Democrats. The majority of ads spend, the majority of the Russian ad spend happened after the election. Again, how hard is that to understand? So this is Rob Goldman. Swaying the election was not the main goal. The main goal was misinformation to divide. We were already divided as a country. So the main, most of the money was spent after the election. Even the Russians thought that Hillary would win. WikiLeaks thought Hillary would still win. Everyone thought Hillary would still win. I was one of the few people to say that she would lose. Then not according to the indictment. So what? Like, they're like, I have seen the Russian ads and I can say very definitively the swaying of the election was not the main goal. How come released examples of the ads? House Intelligence Committee. These are the ads bought by Russian Facebook companies. Okay. Buff Bernie coloring book. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The buff Satan. If I win, Clinton wins. Oh my God. Are you serious? How is this? The South shall rise again? Hillary Clinton is the co-author of Obama's anti-constitutional propaganda. Oh my God, this Bernie Sanders Clinton Foundation is a problem. Oh my God. These are the Facebook ads. The Buff Bernie coloring book with Bernie like this. You can color your own Bernie hero. Oh my God, these Russians. These nefarious Russians will stop at nothing. They'll stop at nothing, even a naked Bernie. Don't do that to me. You know my weakness. I can't control myself when I see naked Bernie. You can color your own Bernie hero. Oh my God, thank you, Putin. There is no coloring book like there's a new coloring book calling this guy, the Russian guy, didn't take enough English. There, apparently, I haven't either. There is a new coloring book calling. There's a new coloring book calling Buff Bernie. A coloring book for Berniacs is full of very attractive doodles of Bernie Sanders in muscle poses. Is good. The author of the book said that she wanted people to stop taking this whole thing too seriously. The coloring is something that suits for all people. Oh my God, it's the Buff Bernie coloring book. No. You Satan, if Clinton wins, Jesus, not if I can help it. If I win, Clinton wins. Jesus, not if I can. Press like to help Jesus win. No. The Russians. They knew our weakness. They knew our weaknesses. I mean, can you believe this absolute nonsense? Can you believe this nonsense? These are the Russian Facebook ads they bought. This is what we were supposed to worry about. This is what changed the course of U.S. history. These stupid ads. Are you serious? Nobody cared about this nonsense. Nobody. Nobody saw the nonsense. Furthermore, this is the stupidest thing in the world. This is only a Democrat would believe this. Someone dumb enough to believe this nonsense. This is what we've been plunged into chaos for 2 whole years about. Buff Bernie coloring book, Satan versus Jesus arm wrestling, and the South shall rise again, and other dumb Facebook ads. This is what we've been, and then they're like, well, Mueller is there to, the indictments say the indictments are based only on CrowdStrike information. That's it. That's it. That's it. They think they're smart, like the Washington Post or Gizmodo or BuzzFeed, like, stupid Trump. Doesn't he know that CrowdStrike gave really wonderful, great copies? The U.S. government didn't even need to look at or touch the servers. The Daily Beast tried to take down Trump. It's like, oh my God, you're giving me so much ammo. You're giving everyone so many reasons to doubt and to really... The Mueller probe is completely illegal. It's the only investigation in history without a crime. Where was the crime? It's not... Collusion isn't even a crime, number one. It never happened, number two. And nobody even saw the Facebook ads. %44 of the ads were published before and 56% after. So the majority of ads spent were after the election. It's true. I mean, but these ads are stupid. Great Barrier. I usually joke, hashtag I'm literally shaking, but what do you think about the U.S. attorney seriously considering a grand jury? I would not want that because there needs to be evidence other than, for example, there was a guy named a very heroic man named Rick Rescorla who worked for Morgan Stanley, who was there, who was one of the top officials of the Twin Towers. He lost his life. One of the theories is, oh, well, it had to been, demolition. But I was when I was a financial advisor in a year prior, I had to be trained at the World Trade Center. It was so enormous. It was like a giant. It was like almost you're in a movie set. It was so gigantic and enormous. There's no way that you could hide any type of attempt at any demolitions or I mean, there were cameras everywhere. It was so enormous. You would have to have teams and teams and teams of people. And I don't think there should be a grand jury into that. Now, whether Bush now the issue is whether Bush kind of turned a blind eye, that's a different story. But that's a different story. Great Barrier. That's a different story. Whether he turned a blind eye. But again, the intelligence community, quote unquote, you know, when has the intelligence community, quote unquote, predicted anything? That's my biggest thing with Q. They're like, how much more evidence do you need? It's like, well, where's the evidence? They predicted the Lord's Prayer. Well, so what? Where does it say that to be an intelligence officer, you have to predict the future? That doesn't mean anything. The government is inept in most things. It is barely functioning because there's so much manipulation going on from people like Clinton and Comey. We were already divided. This is like ridiculous. This is like an overbearing parent saying, who does, things to just cause, divisiveness or chaos in the house, saying, "Oh, well, it's another person. You're trying to cause problems in our family." It's like, no, you're doing all these things. You're causing the problems. Don't blame others. Russia-backed Facebook post reached 126 million Americans. No, that's baloney. That's baloney. That's baloney. If you look at the engagements of these ads, they even have the screenshots, like nothing. Great Barrier, thank you. They reached 126 million. You know what also reached 126 million? The fact that Hillary Clinton called people deplorable, the fact that James Comey wrote the Comey letter because it was a failed cover-up. That reached the whole planet. Hold on, wait. Spending pre-election. And why did I love how Zuckerberg, I love how Facebook, they don't go after Facebook. If it was like could you imagine if it was like Gab or something? Like, you actively help the Russians. With Facebook, it's like, oh my God, are you okay? Why don't they give the money back that they got from all the, from the Russian ad spending? This is so ridiculous. So I'm just trying to find out. Russian linked ads didn't reach most Facebook users until after Election Day. Facebook handed over 3,000 ads. Wow. Facebook makes money by selling user data to companies, not from their stupid ads. Okay, so $100,000. It sold $100,000 worth of ads. More than half Americans exposed to the ads, Facebook saw them after they cast their votes. So and these targeted like different constituents. It's not a sticky subject. I just don't think that it's. I don't think there was a grand conspiracy. I think that we were asleep at the wheel. I don't think there were any demolitions because I was at the World Trade Center, and it would be impossible for anyone um, to set up anything like that. It was just way too monstrous, and you had people who were there like every night who would have known and who actually died trying to save others. So you had people like Rick Rescorla who knew everything about the Twin Towers, and he was there, as he knew what was going on at all times, and he lost his life. So I don't think there's any like controlled demolition. It was like way too big for any of that to take place. Um, but anyway, so Russian linked ads didn't reach Facebook users until after Election Day. Roughly 25% of the ads were never shown to anyone. That's because advertising auctions are designed so that ads reach people based on relevance, and certain ads may not reach anyone at all. 200 Russian linked accounts on Twitter. But who looked at ads or Twitter bots and said, "Oh, um, who says, oh yeah, my vote is changed because of that." It's such a stupid. People believe it too. I've met intelligent people who believe it. Now Jill Stein is a Russian agent. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Well, how do the Russians like? They don't like the extreme left, but they like the left, but not the extreme left. Or no, they fear the extreme left. No, they fear Democrats. Oh, okay, because they want Jill Stein to hurt Clinton because they were so afraid of Clinton because she did so much to prevent the sale of uranium. But it wasn't her job to prevent it. Yes, it would have been. The point is, it's such a simple. The point is, if indeed she was so, if the Russians were so afraid of her, you would think that she would do everything possible to prevent uranium. A Russian firm spent 100,000 on Facebook ads. Trump spends zero on TV ads. Yeah, what's your point, Washington Post? Where's the evidence that like any votes were altered? Where's the evidence? At 40,000. Let me see. Where is okay? So Russian Facebook ads. What we found in Facebook ads by Russians accused of election interference. We read every one of the 3,517 Facebook ads. This is USA Today. So the problem here with looking at this is that the assumption is that these Facebook ads influenced voter behavior, whereas those same voters would have either gravitated towards similar ads which were in existence, or similar articles or journal written or pieces of information or articles written by journalists who had a similar viewpoint as they do. Meaning, what these Russiagate conspiracy theorists think is that, well, people naturally gravitated towards Clinton, but because of this onslaught of Russian Facebook ads, they were given negative news about Clinton. But every single day you heard negative news about Clinton. She cheated Bernie Sanders. We knew this. We knew she cheated Bernie Sanders even before the WikiLeaks, DNC, and Podesta emails. She was crooked. She was a liar. She was corrupt. We knew all of these things. We didn't need Russia to let us know. So we did not need Russia to let us know. So we have they spent $100,000 in Facebook ads, and something like little over 40,000 prior. That's what it was. It wasn't 4,500. Everyone told, where do people get this 4,500 thing? It was $47,000 worth of Facebook ads, because they spent Russia spent $100,000 and 47%. So 47,000, that's what it is. $47,000. That's a good one. Yeah. Ondorol, yes. How much did other countries spend? That's a good thing. I mean, that is a great question. That's a great question. So it's like they're so stupid. They think that these people are so impressionable, and if it wasn't for these Facebook ads, they would never have disliked Clinton. It's just the propaganda is so easily debunked, yet people want to believe it, so they believe it. More than half of the Russian Facebook ads focused on race. Well, that means everyone who didn't vote for Hillary Clinton because she called black youth super predators, which the Washington Post and every other major publication talked about. Well, that means that, it was because of the Facebook ads. It's just unbelievable. Nobody changes their voting. How many votes were altered? That's what we need to know. Asian Pepsi won. I understand. 9/11? What does 9/11 have to do with this? Russian trolls didn't just flood Facebook with fake news. They faked accounts of real organizations. No, you mean everyone was completely duped? You mean all of those prognosticators who said that Hillary had a 99.7, 98, 80% chance of winning? Every single pundit except me and Sticks and others said that Clinton was going to. We said Clinton was going to lose, but that was only like, what, 5, 6 people, maybe. In media, every other person That's why I got too cocky with the house. I thought like, oh man, I'm the man. No, that's why like predicting things doesn't make you like a god or an intel chief. How much more evidence do you need? He said tippy tippy. Tippy tip 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 tip. Do you think the entire Russia investigation is a fake? Yes. Johnny Supertramp 10, yes. Thank you. It is a fake because there's no evidence of the claims being made. That's why the claims being made. You need evidence of claims being made. That's all. If for example, you just need evidence. Thank you, Agent Pepsi One. Yeah, no, I do believe there was crazy voter fraud. Oh, I do believe that. I do believe that. I don't. I'll take the L on all of that, but I don't. I don't see how you get 2 weeks of Republicans winning early voting, and then there was a California news segment that said there had to have been like some kind of like really, really just an anomaly on election day, and then you get all of these elections that are won like 2 weeks afterwards. But yeah, I mean, $47,000 worth of Facebook ads. Google's internal probe. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so there it is. Google's internal probe reportedly discovered $4,700 in Facebook ads, connected search and connected search and display ads, and $53,000 in political ads purchased by Russian internet service providers. Most of the ads were seen after the election. They were not meant to sway the election. They didn't sway the election. They didn't influence anyone's voting habits. And she just happened to lose the swing states that I stated, look, in swing states, she's going to have a problem. And this was in 2015. So that's where the $47,000 figure comes. And they don't get it. Like, just because like, let's say that, they estimates that it reaches 126 million people. Yeah, but if you don't engage in if you don't engage in whatever it is that's like moving on your screen, it's pretty useless. It's pretty useless. How much more evidence do you need? How about anything? My God. Text Russia nightmare spreads to Google. Oh my God. If I was, all you have to do is simply explain that the Mueller probe is based on a CrowdStrike assessment. That's it. CrowdStrike giving images, and BuzzFeed lucked out. It was an illegal investigation to begin with anyway. Grumpy old Fox 4000. What is the number one thing change you would like to see in 2019? Well, okay. I have to be honest. I mean, ultimately, the most important thing that should happen is as many Americans as possible. As many Americans as possible come back home from war. So yeah, that's the number one thing I would want. But then Number 1A would be that Trump fights back, that Clinton and people around her get indicted for the crimes they've committed, because they've committed a whole bunch of crimes. Um, Transferring top secret intelligence from JWIC's special access program intelligence. Nobody knows how she did so. Dakota Blaze, I apologize. I didn't see your super chat. Thank you. Did you see the entire Oval Office video on criminal justice bill signing? I haven't found any on YouTube commentators discussing this glorious occasion. I didn't see, I saw some of it. I didn't see all of it, but it was beautiful. And it was an amazing thing. When you have criminal justice reform, you have Americans coming home from war, you have peace between North and South Korea, you have a great economy, legalizing industrial hemp. I said criminal justice reform. I mean, how is this guy a bad president? He's already better than Obama. And you have just these people who, what they've done with everything. They have looked at Trump. They've created their own image of Trump. It's not and they're repulsed by their own image. It's not, they don't really hate him. They hate the image of him that they want everyone to believe. So let's see. Dakota Blaze, you missed super chat and criminal justice. Yes, I think I just read that now. I haven't seen I haven't seen anyone. Dakota Blaze, thank you very much. I apologize. I haven't seen anyone. I haven't seen anyone talk about it, but I saw a little bit of it and I thought it was amazing. Thank you again, Dakota Blaze. Thank you. So this is Paul Sperry. Instead, more than a year since his appointment, Huber's lack of traction on either front is leading many once hopeful supporters to dismiss his investigation as a sham. Trust Huber, trust Sessions, trust Huber, trust Sessions. And then it's even Trump clowns Sessions all the time. Sessions left, which is what I said he would do. Huber doesn't even look at whistleblower evidence. And when it eventually goes down, which I think it will, not because of Sessions or Huber, because it's just there's so much evidence. Then you'll have, the Q be, they predicted it's it didn't happen under Sessions. So the whole trust Sessions thing was ridiculous. They are puzzled as to why he's failed to this is Paul Sperry, failed to interview key witnesses, such as disgraced FBI officials and Trump advisors targeting them, as well as Clinton Foundation whistleblowers. Wow. Huber didn't interview anyone. That should show you, that should debunk Q right there. That was a head fake. Victoria Tenzing calls Huber a head fake, meaning Sessions just had somebody there to placate people. No wonder. I mean, there's no doubt Q is some kind of when you're telling people to trust inept people, what does that make you? Believe me, you're not exposing the deep state with riddles. The deep state wants people complacent. They want you to trust government officials. Never trust a government official. Even if you trusted Trump, look, he like the bump stock ban. You can't trust any government official. At the time, people wanted a special counsel, but Jeff Sessions announced he would bring in Huber, and people said, okay, we got Huber on it. But it was a total head fake. To Victoria Tenzing. So this is Victoria Tenzing, wife of Joe Geneva. Well, what can you do? What can you do? It is what it is. (2019), hopefully, we get some, and I think we will get some retribution. Yeah, but he hasn't showed up. That's the thing. He should have. He had all the evidence. When it goes down, it'll be because just of the sheer evidence of criminal conduct. I strongly believe that we should take on once and for all the issue of illegal immigration. Barack Obama. Wow. It's so funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. You have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you very soon. Merry Christmas to everybody. When it all goes down, it'll be because of Tom Fitton. It'll be because of Judicial Watch, Victoria Tenzing, Joe DeGeneva. It'll be because of John Solomon, Sarah Carter, Kimberly Strussel, Dan Bongino. It'll be to a very small, lesser extent me, but much small. I'm definitely not as influential as the people I mentioned, but it'll be because of the public record, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The writing's on the wall. I've been saying that since 2016. So 2019 is going to be a fun time. Wingless Angel, we love you. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. Stefan Christman, thank you. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Luke St. Martin, Merry Christmas to you. Agent Pepsi 1, Merry Christmas. Lachlan Bird, Merry Christmas. Ronald Foos, Merry Christmas. And everyone, Merry Christmas and thank you. God bless. I'll see you very soon. Have a great week.